3 years on, and Muhammad Ali had captured the world heavyweight title. He was now dominant in the heavyweight division, while Cooper, a British, Commonwealth and European title holder, wanted to become the first British heavyweight world champion since Bob Fitzsimmons way back in 1897.
Cooper 13 stone 6 pounds and Clay 14 stone 5.5, which is quite a bit less than when he boxed 3 years ago in London. In a non-title fight he weighed 14 stone 11. He now weighs 14 5.5. So the weight advantage is no longer 21 pounds but just less than a stone. And here is Ali praying in his corner before he comes out for round one. And the first punch to Cooper, just a brush on the arm, nothing dangerous there. This was the pattern we suspected. Clay doesn't relish having to go forward. Left hook there, but it landed on Clay's elbow. A good solid punch, but it landed on the champion's elbow. Good left jab there by Clay. Well, a little bit of wrestling there, and the Scottish referee George Smith says keep your head up to Cooper. Cooper way off the target there, well short. Perhaps a little too anxious to cock that left hook and let it go. Better for him to pave the way with a straight jab as he did last time. Phenomenal speed of Clay. Two minutes gone of the first and vital round, and they're feeling each other out. Thirty seconds to go, round one. And hardly time for a first round knockout. We're coming up to just 10 seconds now of the first round. Cooper a little anxious but missing with the left hooks. The three is let go there. The best one landed on the elbow. And we'll see how Cooper looks. And looking very calm and composed, round two. Well, that was the prize we've been waiting for. Cooper used a right hand, but unfortunately didn't connect properly. But that's the one he may nail Clay with. Everybody's talking about this left hook, but let's hope he can also do it with a right hand. Well, any hand will suit us. But it was Clay's right hand there that did the damage. Superb boxer, this world champion. Reflexes sharp as a nagging tongue. He's feinting Cooper quite a lot. He's drawing his leads. And a Minute gone in round 2. Oh, Cooper way off target there. I don't think he can match Clay's speed. This is a far more matured Clay than we saw here in 1963. But Cooper now holding on, trying to pull him on to a left hook. The seconds in the champion's corner are moaning about Cooper hanging on there. I don't quite know whether they're justified. I think Cooper trying to make him stand still. Now I'm afraid that right hand hit the top rope, but George Smith, the referee, is speaking to Clay for laying on and pulling Cooper. Was Cooper's best punch so far. And it's round 3. A very broad Scottish accent there, George Smith, as the both of you are holding on and is demanding a clean break. Well, the champion fell short with his punches. That makes a change. Minute gone, round 3. Well, neither the crowd nor the referee liked Clay's action there, pulling Cooper on. Very unusual for Clay. He's usually an extremely clean fighter, but a definite foul there. Well, the elusive Clay with 2 minutes gone of round 3. And fortunately, no sign of blood at all from Cooper. His eyes are standing up well. Clay demonstrating, as you saw with the referee, saying it's him that's holding and not me. both survive round 3 and round 4. Cooper is perspiring heavily on the brow, despite this cold weather. Very untidy in the clinches here, and again Clay appealing to the referee that he was hit low. This is surprising because Clay did not do this with George Chuvalo when he fought in Canada, and I wouldn't have thought that was a deliberate low punch. Clay does not do any infighting at all. That's his one weakness, and you'll notice he claims inside, he just clutches, so we're getting a lot of untidy work close in. Cooper matched him there for a straight left jab. Clay's left jabs are more flicks than hurtful punches. The Cooper ones are far more hot. But the speed with which Clay's deliver them is quite bewildering. He's really turning the pressure on. Round 4. With only 30 seconds of the round left. Repeated left hands there without reply from Clay. His left hooks brought quite a yell from the crowd, but weren't connecting properly, and Henry knew it too. But he still has hope of catching him and stopping this dance. But this man certainly can trip the light fantastic. There's still no bad marks here with Cooper. Slight swelling under the left eye, but not causing trainer Danny Holland any problem. I'll have a word here with Peter Lorenzo. Peter?
Well, Reg, of course, this was in the 4th round at Wembley 3 years ago that Henry delivered his famous left hook, but now the 4th round has come and gone, and neither man has been on the deck. One must admit that Clay is looking so much more mature than he did at Wembley 3 years ago. For me, this fellow is quite remarkable. He takes liberties in the ring there. You saw him turn away, protesting to the referee, and yet one always had the feeling that should Cooper storm in, there would be Clay ready to receive anything that came at him. Back now with Reg.
Round 5. This is the round that it ended last time in the non-title fight. But no sign of blood from the British champion. Very untidy indeed in the clinches for a championship fight. minute gone in round 5. And Clay now working up a sweat. That was the first really inside work that we've seen in the fight. Cooper's left hook's in there. He was waiting for a break, but the ringsiders, who always seem to know best, are saying jab with him to Henry, but it's very difficult to outmatch this man for speed. The world champion boxes like a middleweight without drawing a labored breath. Seems to be Cooper's plan to trap the champion on the ropes, where he knows he can't back off, and then try to catch him going either way, with a minute to go in the round. But again, Cooper's right hand hit the top rope. Not all of these punches from Clay are getting home, these left hands. Some of them are just flicked with the tip of the glove, and others are jabbing hard. He's alternating. Cooper's gum shield there fell out, but he rather dangerously looked down and kicked it away. I think Clay was just as surprised as he was. Well, this is a good sign. The champion's decided to sit down now. He's feeling the pace a little. So some of the show-off has gone. Not that he's in any real trouble, unmarked, but I can't understand why he decides to stand between rounds and then decides to sit. Peter? Well, the crowd felt there was a need there for a cheer and started chanting, "Henry, Henry." I suppose they also spotted that Clay had decided to sit down and thought that, well, he possibly could be feeling the pace, but I think that's a false hope. And it's round 6. Yes, Henry Cooper's left eye is badly cut. A really bad one, which is a right-hand clip there in the far corner. Henry shook his head in despair. He knows he's in trouble. He's rushing after Clay. He probably knows that time's not on his side now, and referee George Smith is having a close look, but allowing it to go on. I'm afraid it's a very bad cut. So it's all over. The great disappointment for Henry Cooper. Cassius Clay is still the heavyweight champion of the world. A very bad cut left eye that was done by a right-hand clip, I thought, in a neutral corner. Cooper sensed the trouble, rushed in, and here we have this normal pandemonium after the big fight. It's like a crowded train on the rush hour.
Champ, I think we're all waiting for you now, the British public and your transatlantic audience. Champ, you took 1 round extra this time. Do you think that Henry Cooper has given you a harder fight than last time?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank my duty first of Almighty God, Allah, for giving and the Elijah Muhammad, our leader, and for the religion of Islam, which enabled me to be victorious tonight, no matter which way I won. Henry Cooper was fast. He was hitting awful hard, and his hook was good, but I was a little too fast tonight. Unfortunately, he was cut, and he is easy to be cut. I hit him a few times solid, but it didn't bother him. But he ran into a hard right hand, and that opened him up.
That was a punch, Cass.
A hard right hand. But otherwise, I believe that it would have ended in a knockout in maybe 10 or 11 rounds if he didn't bleed.
Champ, it seemed that you were slightly displeased with some of the things that were happening before the end came.
Well, he hit me low a couple of times, and he cut me low. Thank you.
Henry, before the champ goes, I'd like to congratulate you on behalf of every British sportsman, Henry, for giving us such a wonderful
I can say one thing for Henry. He's a good boxer, as you could see. He lasted longer than Liston, many of my opponents, but he's just cut too easy. If it wasn't for his cuts, he would be a great fighter. He's a good fighter while he lost it, anyway.